lots of friends, and like after study, after work, most of our free time we spend by play with our friend and hang out around with our friend, and sometimes visit each other day and night, and like watching movie in friend house on other people's house. It's a fun, and you got to know a lot of people in your community, because when something that you need to talk to other people, you need to meet them by person. Unlike nowadays like you can call them your phone, and then so nowadays it's really hard to get to know even your neighbor, is even people who close to you, because they are time busy with social media. But the problem was that we didn't have much knowledge, you know, because we get the knowledge, we get the knowledge, and we get the knowledge. We spend our time for study only at the school. We get what the teacher taught us, so we get what the teacher taught us, and so it's sometimes we heard for the other people. So it's really hard for the learner. It's really hard for the student to improve their knowledge. To improve their knowledge. To Yeah, and also like to be creative. So what they want to create is a really hard to think of how to create. And also there's a lot of problem with a language problem. It's not easy. It's not easy like to study. So and at the other thing, it's a really hard for a learner to do the research. It's a really hard to get specific information where you are in need. I mean, you can go to the libraries. There's library all the time available in some place. You can go to the library, but it will take a lot of time. And the communication between the teacher and student, also the people who gather, is one not easy. So as a learner, it's really hard to improve. It's really hard to improve. And so you will get knowledge by reading book if you're a student, reading book, reading magazine or news. Sometimes if you watch television or like listen to the speech of the leader. And in the rest time, like we spend our time by learning, just like social, like you play around with your friends, change your experience, something like that. And I remember when I first arrived in Miramar in 2009, and we have to go to K, the K office in section 5. And when I arrived there, I saw that lots of people are looking at the wall and they talk about it. And I was curious what was it. But when I went and looking at it, it was a pig. It was a pig feeding her baby. But the baby was a human, so I thought it was a ring. I don't even know that. I have no idea that people can edit this, you know. So it's really hard to define. It's really hard to define. It's a real or fake, because at that time no mobile, no Wi-Fi, no internet, no social media. So some people with it was real. Some people I have no idea, but most of them they thought it was a real, because there's no social media. So nowadays you will see lots of pictures like them, and you exactly will know, and you exactly can define its the result of it, because you have social media, and also you probably can edit picture like that. And but since social media develop, everything completely has changed. They be changing. Um, Social media has changed everything, like education system, business, political system. It's everything completely has changed, and it influences a lot of the world, and the people start relying on social media. You know, the people start relying on social media because it connect the people, with their work. And also, it make things easier for the people, what they need, what they want to know, and like what they want to find, they want to watch. They can easily find it on social media. So it's make it easier for the user, especially for the student, for the young people. their life be changing because they learn it through social media. Their lifestyle has changing, you know, their lifestyle has changing. Also it motivate the learner. You know, social media motivate a lot of learner and provide a way for them to reach their goal. It make it easier for the learner. And also student be creative. You know, some of young people and some of even children they be creating. They be creating. They can create what they want because they just watch tutorial for social media and they can copy it. They know how to create. It's easier for them. Also, they are generally improving. You know, because in social media you will know what happened around the world. You know, some people they know what happened around the world more than what happened in their community because of social media. And also their language, they improve their language skill. You know, in social media there's a lot of language that you can learn. What language do you want to learn? Chinese, can, English, language that you are interested in, you can learn through social media. Furthermore, it allows you to talk talking with a native speaker. What language do you want? What native speaker do you want to speak with? Okay, Chinese, English, whatever. You can find easily on social media. Talk to them. So, you know, make things easier for the learner. And it make it provides so many easy way for the learner to improve their life. And and also like uh, so the learner can learn easier because they just copy tutorial for social media and they can start to learn whatever they want to do. And also like if you want to be so what do you want to know and you want to be a translator or you want to be an engineer or whatever. So what do you want to learn? You can easily find on social media and it will give you uh, the information and sorry that you ask sorry exactly as you want. And you will get a lot of knowledge. You will gain a lot of knowledge because of sharing. So nowadays a sharing the community and the country develop so quickly because the sharers of social media. The people are sharers all over the world. They, they just copy one another. That's one. But and nowadays you will see so many people, even young people, children, uh, older people, also disability people. They are so some of them they be so popular because of social media. You know, they create their specific talent and they you know people have different talents, so they post it on social media and they be popular. You know, they be a successful person. But beware, social media is a very important in your life. And if you are the only person who do not use social media, it is very curious, you will stay behind the other people. But don't evaluate too much on social media because the evaluate also cause a lot of effect, negative effect. So if you evaluate too much, you watch too much social media, you will suffer. You will suffer for like you will suffer for poor sleep because social media is the main effect of social media is harm your mental health. It can affect your mental health. So if you use social media too much, like play video game, watching online video, because social media there's a lot of interesting uh, video short clip that like you can never you can never edit scores it. So if you use too much, you can easily get edit. You can easily edit it to end. At the same time, you will suffer from poor sleep. You will suffer from eye fatigue, and because in social media there are a lot of interesting things that uh, do not relate with your study. If you tie too much, you will easily get added to it, and at the same time you will lose your interest in your study. So nowadays most of your people, you know, like most of your people, some people, they have poor performance for their study, their work, because the reason is they event their time too much on social media. So it has a lot of various platform we distract you, uh, which we distract you from your study, So the only thing is you need to be wise. You need to manage your time. You need to manage your time for using it, and focus the way in which will lead you to reach your goal. And finally, I would like to remind you that you all have a dream, and you know what you want to do. Following a dream is a big challenge where there's nobody for you. But I know that social media is also like one of the best person who will guide you, who will motivate you, also who will teach you, and moreover, who will lead you to reach your goal to be a successful person. But be wise. Many your time wisely for using it. It helps a strong management, helps strong self management for it. Thank you.